What's up, my fellow Juventini? I hope you're doing well, wherever you are in this world. My name is Roman, and you have arrived at the Juve Therapy YouTube channel. If you are a first-timer, please browse through my content and hit that subscribe button. I just finished with the Juventus quiz series. Make sure to check that out as well. My friend Giuseppe, as you see him on your screen right now, he was there, unfortunately, eliminated during the semi-finals. Welcome, Giuseppe.
Thank you, Roman. Nice to be here again. Really happy.
Yeah, very nice to see you too. So tonight I'm joined by you. You running the GJustJuve YouTube channel, and he will tonight unveil his best starting lineup, starting 11, without any Juventus players included. And this was no easy task, Giuseppe.
This was horrible to do, really difficult, because for sure, as a Juventus fan, and you are looking from the history till today, all the Juventus games. So every time you are starting to do your own formation, your best one, you say, okay, let's put this player like Henry. Oh no, Henry already played at Juventus. Even if it's for one season, whatever, he played at Juventus. So it's really difficult to do.
Exactly. And this is why it makes so exciting as well, because we really need to think about the best players out there who weren't at Juve during the whole era, and Juve have been a great club, so always going to be tough. So no Nedved, unfortunately, no Del Piero, no Gigi. It's going to be real tough. So I'm really excited. Let's just dive into it straight away and start off with your formation. What formation did you choose?
I went for a balanced 4-3-3.
Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a Sarri formation.
Yes.
I like it very much. All right. So let's go straight into it. We will start with your goalkeeper. Please tell me the name and why.
So, goalkeeper, I went for Gigi Donnarumma.
Oh,
joking.
No.
So, being
I was starting
serious,
wondering.
being serious, the one that I respect after Buffon is I'm a 90s kid, so it's Peter Schmeichel.
All right. Why?
Peter Schmeichel, in the 90s, we played a lot of time against Manchester United. Big rivalry. Alex Ferguson spoke a lot of time really well about Juventus. And those big matches, the two giants playing against each other in semi-final or whatever, it stayed in my memory. There were so many goalkeepers to choose of, but Peter Schmeichel, yes. And then especially with Leicester, his son played and won also. So it's also a bit, something emotional. But I think, Schmeichel better.
That's a very good choice. One of the best goalkeepers out there, no doubt. And he was kind of impossible to score on when the tough got going, really, because he was so good goalkeeper. Maybe just as good as Gigi. Really difficult to compare those two.
That's the thing. When I was thinking about my goalkeeper, I was always comparing. Okay, and every time there was Buffon, Casillas, Buffon, Neuer, Buffon, Cech. But always Buffon. So I'm really happy that I couldn't choose for Juventus players, because otherwise it would have been Buffon. But here, no doubt, number 2, Peter Schmeichel.
Very good. All right, let's go to your left back.
A player that played in Inter and
No, so, you're joking. You have an Inter player.
Yes, and I have more in the 11.
All right.
I had to, but I had to be objective on that one. But Roberto Carlos.
All right. Yeah.
Roberto Carlos. If you look at free kicks, power, security he's giving on the left, I think you have to put it in your starting 11.
Wow, yeah, and what a foot! The crazy left foot. Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that free kick versus France. I think it's versus France, the one that really, amazing.
If the first thing you think about when you talk about Roberto Carlos is that free kick, it has to be. So yeah, for sure, a great pick. Let's go to the right back. Let's go to right back first. Who is that?
Same nationality. So I went for a Cafu.
All right, yeah, that's an excellent choice as well. Yeah.
I was hesitating a lot with Lam, because Lam from Bayern is someone that deserves to be in the 11.
Mm.
But I went sometimes for couples, and I think Cafu on the right, Roberto Carlos on the left is good. And I admire him a lot at Milan, but also at Roma. Big, nice player.
Probably some people are wondering where is Javier Zanetti in all this? Because a lot of people are loving this guy, and he's such a loyal figure. And well, you cannot hate Javier Zanetti, really. It's such a professional football player. However, he's not in your team. Is there a reason for this, or is just because Cafu is so much better?
Cafu, for me, Cafu is Cafu. You know, I'm trying to be a positive person, and when you see Cafu, or when you saw him on the pitch with his big smile, it was also contagious. That he showed that the game is also a game. You know, it's not only competition. So Zanetti is class. I believe indeed Argentinian player. You have to have some respect for him, even if you played at your rival club, Inter Milan. But he's an icon of Inter. And okay, I added Roberto Carlos and Cafu until now, but having him on top would have been too much.
Your center back.
I changed nationality for this time, and I went also for a couple. So I tell you both immediately.
All right.
Baresi, Maldini.
Oh wow, it's it's gotta be. Yeah, sure. Tell me why.
I think for a 90s kid, when you followed football, those guys, they were the best defense ever. They teach how to defend to the world, not only in SerieA, but to the world. You know, we see Baresi with his right hand up to call the offside. Maldini played on the left, and then in the center, they were a perfect couple, the old and the young one at the time. If you see their career and what they brought to football, you can only choose them. And if I have to be polemic, if I had to choose one that was not Baresi, because Maldini would have stayed, but then it would have been Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid. And a lot of people are telling me, you are crazy. Why? Because it's one of the most hated players. But Sergio Ramos, if you have it in your team, he brings the goals from the corner kicks, but also he's so aggressive. If you have it in your team, you love him. If not, you hate him. But I go for Baresi, Maldini.
Oh, that's a good pairing as well. But surprised to see Nesta. How far behind is he, Alessandro Nesta?
It's not far, because that number 13 was so strong actually, and it came the post Baresi, because first it was Lazio and then Milan. Also a big monument of Italian football. It would be probably in the top 5 for sure.
So here is your back four. It's Roberto Carlos, Baresi, Maldini, and Cafu, with Schmeichel in goal. Then we go to your midfield. It's a 3-man midfield, as you said.
On the left, so it's XAVI,
wow.
Barcelona.
Yeah. How good of a player was he? I mean, exceptional.
You know, I was not a big fan of the tiki-taka at the time. But you cannot go and not pick XAVI in your ideal 11 from not Juventus player. Intelligent player. If you see with who I will pair him in the middle, you will understand also why he's there. But yeah, Iniesta there. You know, I could have chosen Zidane, but Zidane played at Juventus. Otherwise, it would have been Zidane. But XAVI is a magician for me.
You mentioned Iniesta. He's probably with the other one.
Yeah. And I would play him as a Pjanic, as a defensive midfielder.
Tell me, can we pick one without the other? Do we always have to have those two together?
If you have to choose for one of both, I think then you have to go for Iniesta, in my opinion.
All right.
Well, it depends what perspective. XAVI, absolutely. If he's in your team, he has to play with Iniesta. Iniesta can play alone.
So that's actually like making Iniesta more of a flexible player, and contrary to Xavi, not taking anything away from Xavi, because he is a wonderful world-class player, or have been. So yeah, absolutely. So you have those two, and the last one in the middle.
And then on the right, you have Paul Scholes.
Wow!
Again, admiration for the 90s, for Manchester United. What a club! And yeah. You know, when I saw him on the pitch in the 90s, it was fabulous. The beautiful thing is, he stopped his career, and then Manchester United had a lot of problems with injuries. They called him back, and he played nearly all the games again at the old age. I could have put Gennaro Gattuso, even if he was not that much a technician, those technical skills. But you need someone with power in the midfield also, because they have a quite offensive team, and you need leaders, captains there, someone who can raise the voice when needed and balance your team. So Paul Scholes.
Yeah, Paul Scholes was a great player for sure. And every teammate, during the Manchester United era, everybody praised Paul Scholes for being that guy that you exactly explained now. So
yes.
for sure, he deserves to be in that starting 11, no doubt about it. Exciting so far. Let's go to your attacking options. This is where it gets really tough, I bet, because you have a lot of players to choose from.
I start with the left one.
Yeah.
Maradona.
Well, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Tell me, did you see him live?
Yes, and that's maybe something that I have to add. I didn't go for Beckenbauer, Johan Cruyff, and so on. Why? Because I never see them live. I saw some beautiful recaps on YouTube and beautiful reportage or journalist things, and they are immense monument. But I really wanted to focus on players that I see. Not when I say live, it's not. I didn't see them in the football pitch, but I see them, playing live, like the '94 World Cup, where Maradona nearly stopped his career. But so Maradona there.
Yeah, unfortunately his career was cut short because of his troubles and his issues off the pitch, but no doubt a great player, probably one of the 3, 4, or 5 best ever. Many are ranking him as the best ever, even though he had to cut his career short. So it's impressive how good he has been in such a short period of time.
When you see, for me, he's the best ever. That's my opinion. The best ever. Why? Because he played in different clubs, and when you see what he was able to do with Napoli, bringing them from nowhere actually to winning 2 titles, to go in the European Cups, and they're still talking about him, of what he did. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a god.
If you see the goals,
yeah,
he is.
No doubt.
He is.
Yeah. And not taking away anything from Maradona, it was also the other guy he partnered with up front, Careca, if I remember that correctly.
Yes.
Also scored a bunch of goals for Napoli. So without those two, probably never been a Scudetto ever. So of course, I can understand why they rank him so highly. The other one, just behind the striker, it's not Lionel, is it?
It is.
It is. All right. Oh.
It is. To be honest, I really wanted to put just one of the 2, or Messi or Maradona. And when I made the team, the 11, it was always or him or the other, or him or the other, with a preference for Maradona. But at the end, I really wanted to be objective. And if you don't put Messi in your starting 11, then I don't know. I don't understand it, because he's good. He's good.
He's every single person, if you ask them, please give me your best 11, he will be in there for sure. And this endless debate with Ronaldo is always up and running. We will not do this right now.
No, we'll not.
Because it's just some time consuming, and each their own. Of course, someone likes Ronaldo, someone likes Messi, but for sure he is one of the greats. Immense talent, immense player, still playing, and will probably play for another 5, maybe even 10 years. I don't know. We'll see, but absolutely one of the greats ever. And finally, the striker.
Yeah, we'll finish with a player from Feyenoord.
Wow.
Then Barcelona.
All
Inter.
Right. Yeah.
The original Ronaldo. I couldn't pick the Juventus Ronaldo, so I went for the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah. What a player!
Yeah.
What a player!
He was world class. Unfortunately, injuries prone. Unfortunately, but what a player! I always in a sportive talk, hated him, but it's because he was so great. And today, being a bit more older and wiser, I opened the door for Ronaldo in my best 11.
He is probably the guy that, well, also is one of those who you need to have in your starting 11. Whoever you ask, he needs to be in there. He has to be there. Overall, I see this lineup, and I think that there are so few players. Only one actually who has, well, two who graced the Premiership, the Premier League. What does this tell you? Is it just random, or is it actually that, well, there is something going on there?
Absolutely. I discussed, because I really wanted to double check my team with some friends and colleagues before the call, just to see if I was totally crazy or not. And they said to me, Giuseppe, you're so much fanatic of SerieA. We don't even start the debate with you. And I started explaining to them that I'm born in 81, so I'm really a 90s kid. And at that period, at that time, SerieA was the best. Premiership, if I have to do it, in 20 years, probably there will be a lot more, like Virgil van Dijk, immense player, immense defender. Rio Ferdinand, could have been in that team also, because they are great defenders. But today, I was a lot influenced by my youth, by the players I was watching with my little kid's eyes, and that's why. And the only players I took from there are SCHMEICHEL and SCHOLES, because they played a lot of time against Juventus, and I was also seeing them like really great rivals.
Yeah, and that's only when I look at this lineup, I also see it's much more fun. Not to be crazy about bashing Premiership and so on, but I just see that Iniesta, XAVI, Scholes, Maradona, Messi, it's so much fun. If you put Lampard in there, if you put Gerrard, if you put Ferdinand, if you put as you said, Van Dijk, there is just something boring about it. Like, I don't know, it's just my feeling. And also, so this one looks so much fun, and of course you have the guys like BARESI, Maldini, who will provide that stability and that secure feeling at the back. So I really love this lineup. It's a great job, Giuseppe. Well done. I'm not sure if you have it, but if you don't, just give me a name. But who is coaching this team?
I didn't prepare that one,
no?
But Alex Ferguson. Yeah, probably is even greater and bigger than Lippi, because he's a record man of being in a club. The difference with Italy in Premier League is that the coach is not only a coach, but he's a real manager. He's there for what player does he want to buy or sell or whatever. So his presence is so great. And the beautiful thing with him is when Portugal won Europa Cup, he was there waiting for Nani and Ronaldo like a father that wanted to greet his players. So then you see that this man of marble, because he was a coach, at the end, he's a big father, he's a big human also.
Yeah.
So both qualities in a man, chapeau. Wow.
Yeah. And also speaking about Ferguson, Cristiano Ronaldo himself speaks very highly of Sir Alex because of his bonds, almost like a father, the one who made him the player he is partially. Of course, Cristiano made probably most of it by himself, but the motivation, the focus, the putting him into the right path, it was on Ferguson, no doubt. I don't think he would be anywhere as good as he is today hadn't been for Sir Alex, for sure. And you can see it throughout the history of United. He is one of the, if probably not the most successful coach for them. So yeah, for sure.
On the other hand, Roman, I'm not sure if he will be happy with that lineup. It's a bit too much, like you said, too much fun.
Yeah, but we like fun, don't we? So of course, this is if you want to win games, if you want to win your trophies, it will probably not be this team. But if you want to have some fun, if you want to have some real passion about football, the love for football, when you see these players, Carlos, Cafu, Iniesta, Xavi, it's love for football, But if you want to win, probably some other guys, for sure.
One memorable mention that didn't made it is Ronaldinho.
Yeah, that's a fun
Great player. You know, that's a pity that but I've chosen my team.
Yeah. But it's very well done. All right. So this is it. This is starting 11 from Giuseppe. I really hope you enjoyed this one. There will be another one with another guest of mine, similar video, similar topic, but maybe some other criterias. So much fun. Giuseppe, thank you so much for joining and for giving me your best 11.
It was a pleasure, Roman, really, because it's a really nice exercise to do, especially when you have to skip the players, you know, your favorite players from your favorite team. So difficult exercise, and especially, you know, when you have to cut players and big names, it's really hard. So I imagine a coach, a world-class coach that has to choose between Baggio, Del Piero, you know, of national team, how difficult the job has to be.
Thank you. You can promote your channel if you like.
Yeah. So, you know, my channel is GJustJuve, the Just Juve from Just Juve. What I'm doing on the channel, I started in January, and it's a Juventus talk. It's Juventus talk about Mercato, or we did some nice news, new game. It's called Who Wants to Be the Ultimate Juve Fan? Also having guys as guests that are coming in and playing, not in a competition, but as a team. So we had already 2 teams, and the 3rd team will be revealed soon. I think there will be a really nice guest there. He's called Roman from Juve Therapy for the 3rd edition. So I'm really happy to have you on my channel, Roman.
Sure.
So if you want to, after subscribing to Juve Therapy's channel, come on my channel. You are more than welcome.
Sure. Please do that also, and follow both of us on Twitter as well, of course, and on Instagram, and wherever you may be. Have a good evening. FinoAllaFine, Forza Juve. And we'll see you, Giuseppe, next time.